Yo, what is up, guys? It is Pringles here, otherwise known as Shinigami, and today I have an Ullr guide for you guys. It's like 7, 8 in the morning. I decided to hop on. This was very much requested, very heavily awaited, but I am the number one duel player with Ullr, and I play him in Conquest 2. I hit MMR cap, blah blah. Who fucking cares? Anyway, let's go over builds. Let's go. So the one I've been liking the most so far, there's two of them. There's the Bluestone build, Bluestone, Trans, Jotun's Aussie. You get cooldown. Bluestone gives you the early game. If you want to play for the late game, like if you're playing comp or something, I wouldn't really do this in ranked because Bluestone gives you like so much kill potential because you're getting over double the power and you're getting the passive of Bluestone. So it's too good to kill people early game, which is kind of what you need in ranked, right? But in competitive, if you're going for the late game, you can go this build. Well, pros go like tier 1 Jotuns, and they go Jotuns into Trans, like so. And then you can go into like your Crusher or whatever. You can go into your Heartseeker, and then you can go. You'll probably have enough for Bumba's Spear, or you can get Bumba's Hammer. And then you get your Titan's Bane or whatever. So yeah, that's the other build you could do if you want to go to the Bumbas. But if you're going for early game or for ranked, this is a really good build, and I recommend it. Alright, so now that we got that out of the way, we'll go into the jungle practice, and I'll talk about everything that I want to talk about. We'll start with the basics first. We'll even go into like settings, and then after that, I'll use the skin. Actually, the transform could be annoying on that. Or switch stance. I'll just use this one. Anyway, yeah, there's lots to talk about. This character gets really deep. Some people try to dumb him down, and they just say, yeah, it's about hitting abilities, which hitting abilities does open up your play and open up to what you want to do, but it's not everything. The character is not just hitting abilities, it's also the timing of when to hit abilities and decision making. So yeah, we have the same tools. It's up to you to use those tools. Okay, so pretty much, I want to talk about settings first. You can go quick cast, normal cast, insta cast. Your casting type doesn't matter. Pretty much normal cast. I use my one. I hit one on my keyboard. This comes up, and then I need to hit left click, and ability comes out. What I use is quick cast. So when I click the button on my keyboard, as long as I have it pressed down, I don't need to left click. As soon as I let go of my 3 button on my keyboard, my 1 button, then my ability goes off. The other thing you do is Instacast. I played around with this for like 3 months. It was just as good as quick cast. I didn't really notice too much of a difference. Pretty much as soon as you hit the button on the keyboard, the ability comes out. So I'm going to hit the button and it comes out. You see how like no targeter came up on the ground, whereas on quick cast, the targeter comes up? So on Instacast, you get no targeter. It just happens. So pretty much if you're playing on Instacast, what helps a lot is this circle on the ground. You see how I have a ruler? So you can go to settings if you want. Go to targeting. You could have a ground targeter. You could have whatever reticule you want. You can even take your reticule off. You could have the X. You could have the O. I kind of like the X. I don't know. X marks the spot, target, whatever. For the ruler, the ruler is cool because on the ruler there is a 55 auto tick mark, and that is about how long ADC auto attacks are. Fun fact. Hee. See, if they're out of this range, my autos won't hit them. So that kind of sucks. So you could use this ruler like a penis. I mean, ruler. Anyway, the other thing you could have, the ground target. Keep this on. This helps with your Ullr 3. So like, let's say I'm doing this on Instacast, and there's no targeter. That like, not all of your Ullr 3s are max range. You can memorize the range. Like the max range of Ullr 3 is going to be about this range, right? I memorize the range, but not everything is going to be that range. So pretty much, let's say they're going to be like in this in between distance. So you would just look at your ground targeter. I mean, this health bar is kind of annoying. If you wanted to, you could remove your health bar. There's a way to do it, I promise you. Nameplate. You could show your health off. See, now you don't have a health bar. Pretty much this lets you see your ruler. Oh, this is kind of heat. I might do this. So you see this ground targeter. Now instead of max ranging it, a lot of Ullrs, they just like max range stuff because they know the range of it. It's so comfortable. Like these Ullr 3s that are max range, they're so comfortable because you get comfortable with the range. Like you know this is max range. So you just like get so comfortable, right? But what's it called? When they get in this range, you can use the ground targeter and just pop your 3 like that. So yeah, these are the basics, and then I'll go into into depth, into deeper depth with you. I like quick cast because that's just how I learned Ullr. Play around with the casting types, play whatever you want. Just know that there's no wrong answer. If your fucking plat friend tells you, all the pros play on Instacast, tell them they're dumb and they're not a pro player, so it doesn't matter. Play whatever casting type. It's not that big of a deal. Alright, we went over settings, went over all that. Let's get into the character. Okay, so Ullr focuses on early game. He does so much early game damage. The reason being he has 2 stances, so that means at level 2, at level 1 you have 2 abilities. You have your axe, and then you have this ability. Your bladed arrow, your 1, which is just a line. At level 2, you now have 4 abilities, which is double what normal people's abilities have. So your early game is really strong. You want to mainly level your axe. The reason being is as you level your axe, the stun duration goes up. And this means pretty much your confirmed damage increases. So most of your combos are off your stun. Not everything, but if you're having a good game with your stuns, you're definitely getting their beads or their life off a stun. It's sick. So I'll show you, like, try to look at this level 2 combo, right? This is the lowest duration of stun. You're not going to have any attack speed, so I'm going to sell my attack speed items. Okay, I have no attack speed in my build, right? So I have 0.98 attack speed. So I'm going to axe, switch stances, 3-1. And the combo comes out. I'll sell everything so he doesn't insta-die. You'll have what? My start was this, and tier 1, you can get like an HP pot and a mana pot. So, look, I'm going to axe him, and then I'm going to 3-1. Axe, 3-1. See? So, that's pretty much why your level 2 is really strong. Is because that's the bread and butter combo, right? Is you stun them with your axe stance, then you switch stances, and you want to use your 3 ability, and then your 1. Pretty much, if you do it without auto canceling, without throwing in your left click, the combo is gonna do less damage because it doesn't have your auto attacks built in. But what you could do after you throw the axe, I'll do it super slow mo. It won't be real time, super slow mo. The way you do it, after you get your axe, switch stances, 3-1. Keep it simple, right? Now you want to add auto cancels. This adds damage from your auto attack. So pretty much I'm going to do it super slow mo. You axe, you switch chances, you auto, you 3, you 1, and then you auto at the end of that. And that's what it's going to look like. But you're going to do it really fast. And pretty much attack speed lets you do this faster. So let's say I have like super high attack speed and super like this. So I have a lot of attack speed, right? Pretty much what that's gonna do for me is my auto attack cancel can be faster. Because my auto comes out faster. Because I have more attack speed. So you see how my auto comes out faster? So pretty much, right? You're not gonna have that at level 2. But you still wanna know how to auto cancel. So you super slow mo, you throw your axe. Level 2, level 3. Throw your axe. You switch stances. You auto. You 3, 1, and then you auto. So that's confirmed every time. Every time you land your axe stun. We'll get more in depth. But like for beginners wise, that's just like the simple combo, right? it gets more complicated as you have to keep more things in mind, which I'll talk about later. That's your bread and butter combo, right? So, typically, in Conquest or any game mode that I have to back, like let's say Duel, I'll try to get this, and then I'll try to get Trans, right? So, I'll try to level my 2 ability because this ability opens up your axes. So, I'll talk about more about that later as well, but when you grab your tier 2 item, like let's say your first back, like after they poke you out and you use all your pots, you back and then you return to base, you want to be level 4 or you want to be level 5, because then you could put a point in your 2 and a point in your 1. So now your 3 is not hitting really hard. It's not hitting hard at all. I want you guys to know that. Your 3 is not hitting hard at all because you have 1 point into it, and your 1 is stunning. Now, the benefit you get is that your 2 gives a crap ton of movement speed. So now, like, let's say you're in base and Conquest, you could use your 2, you could jump out of base, and now you get to way faster. So that's what I do. And the other reason why I like my 2 is because you could close the gap. So, like, let's say they have a jump. Let's say we're in a world where I jump on him and Neath backflips, and then he's just going to be further than an axe away, right? But the way to change that, and to make Ullr early game even scarier, is to use the movement speed for my 2. I literally am faster than you, I hit harder than you, I have a CC, and I have more abilities than you. Like, you should not lose early game as Ullr. There's almost no characters except for maybe like AMC, like Scotty Dog and all that stuff. But for the most part, like, even if I jump on you and let's say this Neath backflips away, can you position that way? Please backflip. You silly little... Please. What have you got to lose? Okay, okay, wait. She has to backflip. See, I use my 2 and I rush her down and then I can axe her. This is a Neath bot, so I can't, like, explain it as easy, but imagine I jump, she backflips, I use my 2 to give me movement speed, and then I could hit her with an axe, you know? So yeah, that's what I like to do. I know some people don't like to put a point in your 2 because they want the highest amount of damage on their 1 and their 3. So they'll do like that, and then they put a point. Oh shit. They put a point in their 3. So point in their 1, point in their 3, point in their 1, point in their 3, and they just keep doing that until their 1 is maxed because they want the maximum amount of stun time and max amount of damage from their combo. And then as soon as they get to this point, they level their 2. But now you're like missing out on the countless times you could have got movement speed to run away from ganks, movement speed to chase. It's just too good, right? So yeah, that's that. That's why I level my 2 early, is because there's infinite uses where I could have used it before level 10. Like, let's say at level 5, like, I could have used my 2 5 levels ago to speed up to maybe get that 1 extra auto into, like, auto the Neath. Or, like, let's say, survive a gank from, like, a Hunbots or something, right? So, yeah, that's pretty much, like, the basics. So, I can go deeper into auto-canceling. So, your auto attacks have a certain amount of time, right? So, right now I have 1.09 attack speed. But let's say I want to hit 2 autos really fast. Instead of waiting, I could throw an ability to cancel the animation of this auto. And then it'll use the ability right away. And then I could hold left click and an auto will come out right away. So like, I'll do it on a Odin bot right here. I'm holding down left click. And then as soon as it's a timing thing. As soon as my auto comes out and it's in the air, I use my 1. It's not about speed. It's about timing. Okay? Remember that. It's not about speed. It's about timing. See how that was, like, not super fast? That's because I don't have a lot of attack speed. So, like, let's say with my build, and then as you level, this will get faster. And as you level your ultimate also gives attack speed. This will get faster. Look how fast it is now. See? Noticeably faster. And then you could do it with your 2 as well. Your 2 cancels the animation, and your auto that's in the air, that's mid-air, will get increased power, and your next auto will come out. So, you see? And you could do that with your 3. You see? Now you could also do this with your axe if they're super close like this. Like let's say, let's say like you're level 5, right? You jump on them, you jump on their ass. Your 2 gives you movement speed, so you can get right next to them, and this confirms your axe because you're super fast with your 2. So then you auto, then you throw your axe, and then you auto again. So auto, and then you could switch stances and then do the combo that I showed you over there. So I'll show you this over here. So look. So this is what the combo looks like. Auto, 1, auto, 1, auto. That's my preferred combo. This is a bread and butter combo that I do. I don't see a lot of older players do this as much, but most people do this. They do the combo I showed you over there, where you axe, switch stances, 3-1, or auto 3-1, right? So that's the bread and butter. Now the reason you don't always want to do that is because your 3 actually takes out longer to come out than your 1, and it actually has a longer range and it's easier to hit than your 1. So what you want to do is you want to cover their jump away. So I do a combo with my 1. Let's say I'm in this stance. I pop my 2 to get faster. Oh, they're max range. I come in, axe, and I do this. And then now, let's say he has Odin jump and he jumps over this wall. Bop, bada bing boom bow. And he's dead over there. Or like I technically did as much damage as possible to him. It's just a good thing to keep in mind. Because you want to get the most efficient damage output. And it's just faster this way. So like let's say I do this. You could do that. Or you could technically, if you wanted to, let me turn on reduced cooldowns so I don't have to stop for these cooldowns. So you could do this. That's cool too. Pretty much you axe. I'll do this super slow. Axe, switch stances, auto, 2, auto, 1, auto. Now, you heard me say auto a lot of times, huh? And that's really good because your auto attack is doing 286 a pop, baby. So that means you're getting 286 damage per auto. So every time I said auto, you multiply that by 286. Whereas you pretty much get an extra auto in. Shut up. Do this combo. It's faster. You could even do the 3 at the end. Let's say they have no jump. You just throw in the 3 at the end. It's literally the same thing. It's literally the same thing. I'll even turn it to Instacast. Same thing. See? Or you could use the 3 to cover the option. Oh, they're gonna jump over the wall. You 3 over the wall. The other thing, the reason why this combo is better, reason number 2, these are kind of tied in together. So let's say he has a jump, so you're covering the option with the 3. But the other thing is if he has beads. So if the person has beads and I throw my axe at the person, if they're a good player, they have good reaction time. Like this axe, you literally train them. When they hear axe, they get scared. Their alertness goes up when they hear the sound cue. You hear this? So they're gonna beads as soon as they hear the sound cue if they think it's gonna hit them, like if they see the trajectory. So if they beads and you 3, you maybe get that combo off. Like, yeah, your 3 hits them, but your last auto at the end probably will not hit them if they have a good beads. And then they just jump away and your 1 just like, you can't use your 1 over walls. It also doesn't have as much range as your 3. So that's just not efficient, right? So what I would do, a faster combo, even if they beads, I literally, this burst is so fucking fast, my boys. This burst is so fast. Like, it's faster than the 3, because the 3 is just a longer animation. Like, I have to put my bow in the air, and then it has to, like, slam down, whereas this is just I shoot it, right? So the animation's quite literally faster, and it's better if they beads. And then I use I use the 3 to cover distance. Pardon me. Okay, and the other reason I said these 2 were tied in, the third reason is something called Diminishing Returns, or DR. So, if you didn't know, CC on Smite stacks up. pretty much they don't want you getting CC locked for 10 years. Let's say Kumba and a Kumba Mez, and then like let's say you get Ullr stunned, and then like they don't want you to get chained by 100 billion abilities and then like not be able to move. So eventually there's something called DR where this, like let's say I hit this axe on this Neath, the third time I hit her with an axe, or like let's say my Fafnir stuns her and then I use my Ullr axe and then something else comes after, the CC after will not be 1.4 seconds. The CC has diminishing returns. So look at this. So this is 1.4 seconds. Okay, you saw that length in time. I axe again. That was about 1.2, or like let's say 1.1. I promise you that was not 1.4 seconds. You see how fast she gets unstunned? Look. You see how fast she gets unstunned? So bam, she gets unstunned. That's like half a second. That's half a second, my boys. So the reason why this is super important is because if you're following up off CC and you're doing the 3-1 combo, like let's say she gets Fafnir stunned and then like maybe Achilles stunned or whatever, if you're doing this axe combo, she's gonna get instantly unstunned. You won't have time to do your auto 3-1. Like you simply won't. She'll be unstunned by that time. So look, axe number 1, 1.4 seconds. I'll do axe number 2 and then 3-1. Axe number 2, auto 3-1. I just get it off. In the nick of time, I get it off. She can't like dash away. My 3-1 is confirmed by 2 axes. Now watch what happens when the third CC comes in. So remember that third CC. That is the most important CC. So look, axe number 1. Let's say that that was your sport. Axe number 2. Now I'm gonna do the combo, like the regular combo that I showed you that everyone does. She's unstunned. She backflipped away from my 1. I don't get the kill. Oh, gee Wilkers. See? You guys should really listen to me. Now, let me do my quick combo with my 1, right? Instead of the 3-1 that everyone does. So I'll axe her 3 times, and then on the third axe, I'll do my combo. Instant. Like, you could do it on quick, too. I'll do it on quick to keep the test results the same. Okay, look. Third axe, okay? I got my 1 off, and now I can cover the distance with my 3. She's obviously not going to step forward, being that low health, but my 3 would cover to where she backflipped easily. It would cover way past that. It was like going in the wall. But you get the point, right? First axe, she sucks. Second axe, blah blah. I'm gonna do my third axe. Bam! She can't even backflip. So that's just a combo to keep in mind. If you know they have beads, if you know they have a jump up, and if you're following up off CC, like let's say your support CC, I would actually prefer to follow up off support CC. You either, like let's say your Fafnir stuns, you just 3-1, or you do the axe one, the axe, you axe, I'll do it slow. Axe, change stances, auto, 1, auto, 2, auto. Or you could do axe, auto, 2, auto, 1, auto. Whatever you're feeling. Usually you do the 1 because it's more burst. You feel me? Because you get the bow damage instantly. So. And then if she backflips, you 3 her. If she doesn't have a jump, you just hit your 3. If you don't want to throw the 2 in there, like let's say you use your 2 here, you just do this. You don't throw the 2 in there. You use your 1 and your 3. You saw that? So let's say you use your 2 to give you the power, so your whole combo has 45 more power. You switch stances, you use the 2 to give you movement speed so you could get closer and hit the axe. So your 2s would be down in both stances, and then you just auto, 1 auto, 3 auto. That's my combo, baby. That's what I do. I don't see a lot of people do it. I'm not saying no one has ever done it. I'm just saying this should be your main bread and butter combo. This should be the new Ullr combo. Because then you just hit the 3. Or you just do that. Like, just change the ordering. It's kind of like muscle memory. Alright. So that's my bread and butter, my preferred combo. The other combo you could do, everyone still does this combo. I even do it. It's literally muscle memories, the 3 into the 1. If they don't have beads, or if you're just feeling it, like you don't want to overthink on this character, but this character does require a lot of thinking. But yeah, all right. Went over XDR. So yeah, like I said, like I told you, the stun DRs after every CC, but at rank 1 and like the lower ranks, it's even lower. So if I were to do the axe thing and try to do the combo off your support on the second one, you don't even get a confirmed combo. Like, I don't think you guys care about watching it because it's super boring. But let's say you're level 1 and they throw an axe, or let's say you have like a Fafnir on your team or whatever, and he throws a hammer. So this is Faf hammer, and then I'm gonna use my 1. Let me sell everything. Hold on. Oh, this is scuffed. Fuck. Oh, let me slay him. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Why is... Oh, he has level 20 abilities. Okay, that makes sense. Fucking goober. Die. Okay. So this is Faf hammer. And then this... Usually people follow up Faf hammer with Ullr axe. And you get your 3-1 off. But like, let's say you axe this person before, or the person, or like your support Faf hammered on the third one, let's say. So like, let's say 1, right? 2, and your teammate hit 2 Faf hammers. And then now you try to hit him with an Ullr axe. Look at this. You don't even get your 1. He's already unstunned. He's already over here. So the whole point would be to like keep track of how many CCs the person has got hit with. If the guy got hit with like 2 CCs already and you're looking to axe, just know you're not gonna hit the 3-1 combo. Like, he's gonna get unstunned super quick. So yeah, this is just like things that I actually think about, like real time. Alright. More things to talk about. Controlling the distance, baby. Controlling the distance. So this is a thing that's really important with Ullr. And the reason why I level is 2 is because your 2 gives you movement speed. You're very nimble. You're faster than most characters, except for like the characters like AMC. But even then you have a jump to gap close. So you're not gonna be as fast as AMC if the AMC has hives and stuff set up. But you will have a jump, so you could just jump on him and stuff. So you want to control the distance. What I mean by that, if you're going for max range axes, this is max range. This is kind of bad, because if you're against a good player, they know the axe is about 70 units. They're just gonna S key and just walk out of range of it, or they could like pick a side, and it'll be super hard if they hit S key and then pick a side. Like if they just do this. So pretty much you want to control the range, which is why the 2 is important. You want to be in range to where your axe is kind of easy to hit. And a safe range varies. It changes very quickly. You got to look at the map. Oh, like, where are my teammates? See, in Duel, you don't have to worry about all that. But in Conquest, you got to have like a checklist in your head. Where's the jungler? Okay, jungler's there. Support's there. Okay, I'm going to look for a kill now that I know where the jungler and the support is, right? So you're going to use your 2, and you're going to try to get closer to him so you don't have to land a max range axe all the time. So I'm going to use my 2, go left, right, and then he's going to be dancing too. He's probably going to go left, right, and then you go in. And usually with every axe throw, I go in. Not all the time, because if you do it all the time, it's going to be telegraphed, right? You don't want to be a telegraph player. But you have more movement speed. You will be faster than him. Like, if he's holding S key and you're holding W key's faster, and you have your 2 active, you will just straight up be faster. You will miss a million axes, I promise you, but you will hit 999,000. You'll always miss more than you hit, baby. And that's because when you're learning, you're gonna miss so many, man. And That's okay. Like you know how many axes I've thrown out at this range? So many. Even with my 2 active, I'll just go for like max range axes because it's super safe. That one actually hit because this bot is not moving left to right, but you get the point. So pretty much what I'm telling you is this movement speed tool is up to your interpretation, up to your use, like however you want to use it. But just know that your safe space of like where you're safe, your zone, and like how you control this zone changes. So like let's say you miss your axe, this Neath might want to beat your ass because you have no axe for like the next 10 seconds. You won't have an axe. Let me turn off reduced cooldowns because I have reduced cooldowns on. Like, okay, let's say I'm not level 20 and I'm straight up, I'm like level 5, whatever. If I miss my axe is down for 14 seconds. Let's say like I go for a max range one. I should not try to auto battle someone. Like if she's like an Izanami or any character with a steroid, I just lose that because that character has a steroid and I just missed my axe. I just missed one of my crucial abilities, right? So you have to control the space. Like this comes with game time, but you need to know when you're safe, and you like your opponent will punish you hopefully for making stupid mistakes. So like if you miss an axe, the general rule of thumb is you just run away. Because you don't want to get punished for not having an axe. Also, it's kind of bad to throw an axe if you don't know exactly where the support or jungler is, because if you throw an axe and you get blinked on, right? Like let's say like there's a jungler behind this wall and they blink on me. Now I jump away and then he jumps on me and now I don't have an axe for like 5 seconds. And I'm crying because I don't have any self-peel, right? But if I save this axe, I get blinked on, I jump away, I get jumped on, and now I have an axe, and he just wasted his blink, right? So that's awesome. But yeah, controlling the space. It's up to you because it's in your hands. You're faster than him. You have a jump. Like while you're dancing, throwing your axe first might not be the only play. Just think about that too. Like, let's say I pop my 2. I might have my 1 out like this, right? But I won't always throw it. Like, if you watch my streams, follow me on Twitch TV at Shinigami, I won't always throw this axe because they expect me to throw the axe. Like, you can't, like, come back to lane, and this is all you're looking for. Like, your whole combo doesn't need to go off this, right? It doesn't need to go off, like, this axe and then do all this. Like, if you think about it, what I just did is I 3-1'd and then I axed, right? Well, I axed and then 3-1'd. What you could do is you could switch up the order of that, right? So let's dig into that. So like let's say you switch stances. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna hit an axe here. I don't think it's the right time. You switch stances. You put fire 3. Oh shit! I switched stances. He's auto attacking me. Oh, that just brought up another thing. So like on your like Tiger Woods shit, you want to know when it's a good time to shoot your shot. Like sometimes you saw Tiger Woods, like he wouldn't shoot a shot, like he would actually wait. I don't know if you guys watch golf. I don't even watch golf. But you don't always have to throw the axe. Like you pop your 2, you don't always have to throw it. You could just do that. And then when they start auto attacking, their movement speed gets slower. When you auto attack, your movement speed gets slower. You see this bozo auto attacking me? You just axe him, and then you just do your combo. Like, and then you could jump on him, and then, oh, 3. Oh. You see that? You see that? So you don't always need to axe, because when you pop your 2, or like, when you're just dancing like this, in your axe stance, they know your only move is to jump on them or to axe them. And if you jump on them, they're going to jump away. But at that point, you can just chase with your 2. But like, if you mix your axe, if you miss your axe, you're just dead, right? Because like, then they're just gonna use their full combo on you. So without risking your jump, at high level play or like a good play, you throw your 2 and you just play mind games. Like, am I gonna 3 in? Am I gonna axe you? Am I gonna switch stances in 3? Sorry, that was scuffed. It's fucking 8 a.m. and I'm on no sleep. But you get the point. Like, if you're telegraphed, they're gonna counterplay. But if you're not telegraphed, they have no idea what you're looking to do. You could also you could auto and change stances. I do this all the time. So I'll pop my 2. I'll pop my 2 in this stance, auto, change chances, and then do that. Pretty much when you change stances from your axe stance to your bow stance, and you auto them, they might look to auto battle you like this neat thing. She's like, oh, we're gonna auto battle, and Ullr's not the best auto battler. He doesn't have stims like the other characters have. Like Rama has a 50% attack speed. His autos do 50 more bonus damage when he pops his Rama one, right? And his auto's slow. So you don't want to box people, but if you bait people into boxing, then you switch stances and you throw your axe. This is huge, boys. So yeah, it's just something to think about. It's what I love doing. Okay. And like I said, like, if you don't feel safe, like, trust your gut, trust your sixth sense. Like, let's say you miss your axe completely, just jump away. How the fuck is this Neath gonna kill me from over here? I just wait for my jump cooldown to be up, my axe cooldown to be up, and I try again. That's the whole point of Ullr. Ullr, if you play him right, he is so hard to kill. Now, some Ullrs have egos. I have a fucking ego on Ullr, because I know what this god can get away with. But if I don't want to die on Ullr, the only way you kill me is to get my beads, and then you CC me down. Other than that, I have to be really out of position, like, for you to kill me. Because this character with the 40% movement speed and the jump and the self-heal with the axe, he's really good at getting away. But yeah, pretty much this character is just super safe. Like, he is super hard to kill if you don't want to die. You should never get soloed on this character if you just, like, don't take any fights. Or, like, if you don't take any bad fights. If you take good fights, you should win, like, almost every good fight. I'm not going to cap. Like, because you just go off your axe, or if you go off your 3. Like, let's say in lane, like, oh, you clear the wave, they clear the wave. He uses Neath 1, and I use Ullr 1. And I just go for an Ullr 3. That's like, you won't have all these items, but it'll be a part of his health gone. And now I wait for my cooldowns again, and I could literally take the fight. I could just jump on him, blah, 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 and then do that, and then do that. Like, you could just use your 3 to poke. Like, you don't need to all in until you know you could all in. And there's no all in the game that, like, a hunter could do that you can't live through. Because, like, if you know that you're about to die. Like, if you're proactive. Because if you miss your axe, you should just technically jump away. Even if you hit it, like, you're never dying. Like, I promise you. The only way you die is if you ego take a 1v1 fight that you think you're gonna win. Or, like, you miss and you misplay. Like, but that's just bound to happen. But yeah. So that's a lot of it. I'll go over controlling the distance. Pretty much. I already went over controlling the distance, but to add on to this, like, one final thing is faking the axes and stuff. So when I told you about, like, the autoing thing, right? So after you hit him with, like, the auto attack, he starts auto attacking you back. You and then, like, you could do this. When I auto the air, it's me faking my axe. I can go like, oh, and he's gonna think I'm axing because an animation's coming out, and I could even do this, like a hezi. I do this. My one friend tells me it's stupid and it doesn't work, but I've made people use their jump or use their beads. That means they are feeling pressured, and if they're feeling pressured, I am doing my job. So you could just do this. Like, you can go like, let's say I don't want to throw my axe, but, like, I want to fake axes, and, like, the threat of you holding your axe or having an axe is scary. So just you having it. So there's nothing, this doesn't do anything except, like, scare them that you might be throwing an axe. So let's say you're auto battling, fake an axe. Oh, I actually throw an axe. Oh, I hit it. And I could, like, move over here. Oh, I can jump in. Oh, my axe is up again. You see how annoying that is? You don't know what I'm doing, because I don't even fucking know what I'm doing, man. I'm crazy. Oh, shit. Where am I? I don't know. Auto 1, auto 3. Like, the whole point is you just, like, you could fake an axe. Like, this auto animation in your axe stance, it could look like you're throwing, not the third auto. The third auto chain's kind of scuffed. And, I think it depends on the skin, but let's say you go, like, you pop your 2. Let's say you've been popping your 2 and throwing an axe every time. Like, let's say this is your thing. Like, welcome to the lane, baby. Pop your 2, throw an axe, right? Let's say you've been doing that all game for like 8 minutes. You just trained him like fucking Pavlov's dog that after you 2, you're going to throw an axe. So what you're going to do here, you 2, you fake, and he's going to neath backflip because everyone's going to be scared of this axe, right? They're going to neath backflip. So you just jump, and then this neath has no backflip, and you're just 25% faster than her because you won't be level 20 taking a 1v1 usually. You'll be like 20% faster than her, and you just walk up to her and you axe, and then you do your combo. Like, it is that simple. So that's faking an axe. I don't see anyone do this. I've seen Griff do it, but that's because he copied it from me. That's my boy. I love Griff. Low key, I want to lane against him in fucking SCC next year. That'd be fun. But that's a dream. Anyways, definitely try to fake some axes. If I see people faking axes, I'm gonna come. I mean, what? But it'd be crazy if I just see that shit. Like, if I see some shit like that, that'd be cool. You're pretty much just like masking like an animation, or like you're using your 2 and then you like imitating the throw animation of that, but you're doing it with an axe. It doesn't always work, but it's a pressure thing, right? You're playing mind games. I love playing mind games. So yeah, that's super sick. So we talked about a lot there. This is a super long guide. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that's most of it. There's probably so much more to this character. I'll go over team fights. So this is for all the non-duel players. If you're a duel player, you could. Thanks for watching. Anyway, if you are not a duel player, let's see, your team mode player. This is a fun build you could do. I do literally this order. I start tier 2 trans, finish my trans. I go Crusher or Hydras, and then I go into like Heartseeker. I'll just do it here, whatever. I go Crusher into Hydras, into Heartseeker, and then you usually have your Bumbas by this time. Or I wouldn't go this. Fuck this. Don't go this. And just do that, right? So, team fights. Okay? This is huge. Let's get in the zone, baby. Okay. Let's say you see a person. This is their support. You have no eyes on the jungler at all. You have no eyes on the solo. Or like, let's say you have the eyes on the support and the solo. Should you throw an axe here? Even though you could set up for your backline here. Let's say this this is my mage. This Odin is my mage. Should you throw an axe at this Odin or the solo or the support? The answer is no. Reason being, when you throw this axe, you just take your self peel away from you, as I stated earlier. So 99% of the time, this isn't the play. In this hypothetical scenario. Reason being is because as soon as I throw this, I don't even get a confirmed combo, because as soon as I throw this axe, his friend, if he's a good friend, he's going to blink on me, or he's going to use his CC on me. Like, let's say that's like a warrior. Any warrior is just going to go in on me. Or any jungler is just going to blink on me. And I'm not going to have my axe. So, like, even if I axe this guy and I jump away, I could quite literally get blinked on by a jungler. Like, you need to know where the jungler is at all times. And if you think it's safe to throw an axe, then you throw an axe. But sometimes your follow-up is not an axe. Sometimes your follow-up is a 3-1. Like, this is all you get, and you have to jump away, and now you have axe to self-heal. That's just how it goes. I'm sorry, but that's just like a rule to keep in mind. The reason why Bumbas breaks this rule in half is because of the shit you can get away with the cooldowns. So when you throw an ability in your axe stance, all the abilities in your bow stance that are on cooldown get reduced by 1 second. And vice versa. Let's say I have abilities on cooldown in my axe stance. If I'm in my bow stance, if I use an ability, these get reduced by 1 second. So let's say I use all these abilities, right? Now I use my bow abilities. Look at the bottom left. They're all getting reduced. Oh, all of my bow abilities are now up, right? So the reason this rule kind of bends is with this item. This is inherently a game-changing item. It breaks the fundamental rules of how you're supposed to play carry. Well, this carry, because of what you could get away with. Now, I told you you won't have your axe when you jump away. I told you you shouldn't axe this guy if the soul is here or the jungle's here because they will go on you. And that still kind of applies with this Bumbus. But what I'm saying is you will have a second axe, your axe up again when you jump away. Because of this item's passive, which is your active cooldowns are reset by 1 second and you're healed for 5% when you hit an auto after an ability. You could read it, but if I auto after I use any one of my abilities, I'm healed for 5% of 2400, and my abilities get reduced by 1 second. So look at this. Bam, 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 bam. I jump away. If I auto again, my axe is up. So let me do it. Let me do it again. Bam, 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 bam. I jump over here. I auto. My axe is up again. My axe up again. I'm literally have infinite cooldowns. This is not reduced cooldown. I'm not hacking. It is literally the item. So you could see how this item could be game changing. Now the reason I don't have it in my recommended build, which is the bluestone, is because you want to snowball in conquest. You want to utilize Ullr strong early game. But if you want to get to late game, this is by far the best build is this build. You could sell your Crusher late maybe for like a dominance or some shit. Or but yeah, pretty much this item is game breaking. It changes the rules of what this character can do because it opens up how many cooldowns you have. Now, although I said you'll have another axe when you jump away, right? That's cool and all, but that doesn't mean you should always do it because a jungler will still put you in a body bag. Like, if you get blinked on by a Dodgy or like whatever, any jungler that has their full combo up, you're still a hunter that just used their jump in front of their face and they could just blink on you and do their full combo. Now, the reason why it's semi-okay when your axe is up is maybe if their beads are down, that just opens up some play because if they blink on you, bop, 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 and now they're dead. So you could use this as a bait. You do this, bang, 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 do your fast combo, jump away. They come on you, pause. They go on you, you auto one auto, and now you just do this. And now they're dead. So this is a playstyle changing item. But yeah. This is me on zero sleep. This is my Ullr guide. I haven't slept. It's 8 a.m. Love you guys. Thanks for supporting. My new name on YouTube is probably going to be Shinigami or Shinigami Smite. You can check me out on twitch.tv/Shinigami. I stream like every weekend, every Friday, every Monday. But yeah, I love you guys. Thanks for watching and hope you enjoy the guide.